Prime Field.
Welcome to Prime Field. In the highly competitive landscape of women's college basketball, dominance is fleeting. Yet one program has built a modern dynasty, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Their roster is a testament to elite talent acquisition, a collection of five-star prospects destined for greatness. The headlines are predictable, focusing on the players ranked number 1, 2, or 3 in the nation. But the true architecture of South Carolina's success may not be found in the brightest spotlight. The central question is not who is the highest ranked recruit, but who fits the championship puzzle. For the class of 2026, the answer may lie with two names just outside that top tier, Brihanna Crittendon and Trinity Jones. This is the story of why the other 5 stars, the specialists and the strategists, could be the most crucial pieces for the future of a dynasty. In Thornton, Colorado, at Riverdale Ridge High School, a 6'3" power forward is building a reputation for a specific brand of modern basketball. Brihanna Crittendon is ranked #9 nationally by rivals, holding a 97 to scout grade, but her value is measured in more than just numbers. Crittendon embodies versatility. On defense, her size and length allow her to guard multiple positions, disrupting passing lanes and contesting shots with authority. She's a strong rebounder, with a fearlessness for driving into a crowded lane that projects directly to the collegiate level. Offensively, she defies the traditional power forward mold. Crittendon can stretch the floor, possessing a reliable outside shot that forces defenses to extend. She can create off the dribble, particularly going to her right, and has demonstrated an ability to finish through contact, a non-negotiable skill as the game gets faster and more physical. For a South Carolina roster already loaded with star scorers, a player like Crittendon fills a vital niche. She's not asked to be the primary option, but the defensive anchor and the offensive floor spacer. It's a role that is less glamorous, but absolutely essential for team balance. While programs like TCU and Tennessee are in pursuit, South Carolina sees a player whose skills could be the connective tissue for a championship contender. While Crittendon provides a solution in the front court, another target addresses a different need on the perimeter. From Bolingbrook High School in Illinois, Trinity Jones is a 6'1" wing ranked #7 in the nation. Her game is built on a simple but lethal foundation: scoring. Jones is a pure shooter with extended range. She is a threat off the catch, or off the dribble, making her a weapon that defenses must constantly account for. But her skill set is not one-dimensional. Jones also offers playmaking ability, capable of creating shots for herself and for her teammates. This adds a secondary ball handler dimension that perfectly complements a team-oriented offensive system. The competition for Jones is intense, with UCLA, LSU, and Maryland all vying for her commitment. South Carolina's interest, although less public than with other recruits, signals a clear strategic objective: to add a specialist wing who can provide an immediate offensive impact. In a game increasingly defined by perimeter shooting, Trinity Jones represents an indispensable asset. The pursuit of players like Crittendon and Jones reveals the core of Coach Dawn Staley's recruiting philosophy. It is not simply about stacking the roster with the highest-ranked players available. It is about building a cohesive, complementary team. This is where the other 5 stars become so critical. Crittendon's lockdown defense and floor spacing, and Jones's elite shooting and playmaking address specific roster needs. These specialized skills can be more pressing and more valuable than adding another all-around superstar to an already crowded rotation. This leads to a more practical consideration: a clearer path to playing time. For recruits ranked in the top 3 or 4 nationally, joining a powerhouse like South Carolina can mean waiting for a turn. But for players with a defined specialist skill set, the opportunity to earn significant minutes comes much faster. This accelerates their development and their impact on the program. It is a strategy focused on balance. By securing players who excel in specific roles, South Carolina ensures it can maintain dominance on both ends of the floor, adapting its style to any opponent. This deliberate roster's construction is a hallmark of the Staley era, a method proven to yield results. This strategy is not new for South Carolina. The program's history is filled with players who were not the most celebrated recruits in their class, but who became the indispensable backbone of championship teams. Names like Ty Harris and Destani Henderson serve as primary exhibits. Neither was the number 1 or number 2 recruit in the nation, but both developed into key contributors and foundational leaders on NCAA championship teams. Their careers validate the approach of targeting elite but less hyped prospects who fit the system and culture, rather than chasing only the biggest headlines. This culture is now reinforced by the modern realities of college athletics. The NIL environment and WNBA dynamics encourage player retention, allowing the program to develop talent over multiple years. Players arrive, find their role, and grow within the system, creating continuity that is rare in the age of the transfer portal. While the top-ranked recruits will always grab the national spotlight, the story of South Carolina's sustained excellence is written by players like Brihanna Crittendon and Trinity Jones. They represent the strategic heart of the 2026 class. Their skills, their fit, and their potential to follow in the footsteps of past Gamecock legends make them more than just additions to the team. They are the potential architects of the next chapter in a continuing dynasty. To fully understand the urgency behind the 2026 recruiting class, one must look not at the immediate roster, but 2 seasons into the future. Recruiting at this level is a game of chess, planning moves years in advance. For South Carolina, the board is pointed squarely at the 2027 to 2028 season, a year that projects a critical roster gap. By mapping the eligibility and likely WNBA draft status of the current Gamecock forwards and wings, a clear timeline emerges. The core of today's dominant perimeter players will have moved on to the professional ranks. This creates a succession problem. The talent pipeline must not only be refilled, it must be refilled with players ready to contribute in a very specific way. Recruiting the 2026 class is therefore less about immediate talent acquisition for the upcoming season, and more about solving this projected roster crisis. The focus sharpens on players whose skill sets will be most needed when that inevitable gap opens up, and one particular role becomes the most urgent priority: a versatile ball-handling wing. The Staley system is built on a foundation of athletic, high IQ basketball. But within that system, there are 2 non-negotiables that have defined every successful rotation under her tenure. The first is an elite rebounder at every position. From guards to centers, the expectation is a relentless pursuit of the basketball, controlling the boards to dictate pace and possession. The second, and perhaps more crucial for the 2028 problems for them, is a wing who can handle the ball in transition. This player must be able to grab a defensive rebound and initiate the fast break, creating scoring opportunities before the defense can get set. This is precisely the profile that Trinity Jones fits. Her ability to not only shoot but also create off the dribble makes her a perfect candidate to fill that essential role. She isn't just a scorer, she's a transition engine, a player who can seamlessly link the team's dominant defense to its high-powered offense. In the architecture of a Staley-coached team, this is not a luxury, it is a necessity. In the complex ecosystem of elite recruiting, commitments often create a chain reaction. The decision of one top player can directly influence the decisions of others. Landing a crucial, system-fit player early in the cycle can become a powerful recruiting tool. Securing a commitment from a player like Trinity Jones does more than just fill a future roster spot. It sends a message to other top-tier recruits. It demonstrates a clear vision for the program's future, and shows that the foundational pieces are already being put in place. The biggest stars want to play alongside proven talent that complements their own game. By targeting and landing a niche player like Jones, South Carolina doesn't just gain a wing, they gain momentum. Her commitment can unlock the path for other elite prospects, who see a well-constructed roster where they can thrive. This first move, the strategic acquisition of a specialist, often becomes the domino that makes the entire class fall into place.
Prime Field